booty for go and bring the beat back. Today I couldn't tell you till you get a habit. You should know it's automated. I've been getting to.
You drive through the streets of Green Bay, no tall buildings, quaint houses, and then boom, right there in the middle of the neighborhood is iconic Lambeau Field. We all know this community lives for its Packers, and the green and gold came out of the tunnel a short time ago, and it was loud. We are ready for football. Here's the punter, Bradley Pinion, on to get us started. And off we go from Lambeau. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. Veteran Green Bay quarterback Aaron Rodgers ready to go for drive number 1 along with the rest of this Packer offense.
I think Aaron Rodgers is one of the poster boys for persistence and belief in self. Because coming out of high school, he had 0 scholarship offers in the D1 level. Went to a junior college, went to Cal, and just blew up there. And then, of course, as a first-round draft pick, but a lot lower than what he expected in the first round. And then had to sit behind Brett Favre for a few years in Green Bay before getting his shot. Now he's probably one of the better quarterbacks that we've seen come down the pipe. Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed. Because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. He's got the hook up to Lazard. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Packer first down.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
From the shotgun to give to Jones. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the Bucs.
Here's Rodgers to throw. He'll get this to Lazard. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Well, I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got to like the way this is started.
Absolutely. 3 catches on any drive is good. Opening drive, that's a tone setter. A good-looking drive for the Packers so far. It's a first down. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Ball resting on the 10-yard line. It's 2nd and 1.
At the Buccaneers' 10-yard line.
And again, it's Rodgers. This will be caught at about the 5.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate. Gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, that has to be pinpoint here.
As I was going to. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. From 3 yards out. And the Packers take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. They got to love that. 9-play drive results in 6 points.
That means they're doing the dictating. That means that they've described how the game's going to go. They're playing at their tempo, at their pace. If you're on the other side of the ball, if you're playing defense, defense is not methodical. They've got to go in there and shake things up and create a little havoc.
On is Mason Crosby for the point after. And it's good to make it 7-0 Packers. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And the result, a Green Bay score. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. On the return, Dare Ogunbowale. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Always fun to get a peek at Tom Brady as he gets in place to command this offense for Tampa Bay.
And what I enjoyed in preparing for this game was talking not just with the coaching staff, but with him as well. And I found it interesting that the coaching staff sees him one way, and he sees himself an entirely different way.
Yeah, one thing he said he's always working on, we know he's not bad at this, but his footwork, always wants to improve that, and that's something he's going to focus on here.
And what was so funny, what the offensive coordinator say right off the top, he's got great footwork. Love his footwork. So this guy is never satisfied.
Now Brady. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. A gain of 6 there on first. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try to get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 15 yards on the play, first down. 2 carries for him now on the opening drive, both for good yardage.
And based on film study, they thought that there was a chance to spring him more than once for some pretty good yardage in this game.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36. Now Brady gets away with one. Lucky, could have been intercepted, but it falls to the ground. Gronkowski the intended target, but it'll be 2nd down. Now the first carry for LaShawn McCoy. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent game.
At the 31. A 5-yard pickup on the play.
From the gun on 3rd down, Brady. Open man is Godwin. It's complete. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Brady finding Godwin there for a Buccaneer first.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Brady yards last play and 15 yards here this go-around. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers.
Touchdown.
A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying up this football game. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7.
Bradley Pinion to kick off for Tampa Bay.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard.
Packers offense here coming back out for their second drive. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get loaded in those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds. Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. On the delay, Jones. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
All right, Brad, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers able to find Lazard. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
I know this may be jumping the gun a little bit, but 7-7, they're flinging it around like crazy. Look at the drive that's going on here. Partner, we may have to start thinking about one of these defenses just holding someone to a field goal and maybe trying to get an advantage that way.
And they've got it well across midfield down to the 30 before it's all said and done. 23 yards, the final tally.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
The Bucs with an extra defender now in the secondary here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Shaquille Barrett with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular
on 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their second drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Brady and the Buccaneers here, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They'll start on the ground with McCoy. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
The ball carrier.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, But for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here. NFL quarterbacks work so hard on their mechanics, and they do so much repetition in practice, off-season, the whole deal. They expect it to be autopilot once the game starts. That way it eliminates any type of pressure of the game, pressure of people in your face, all of that. That didn't shine through on that throw, though, did it?
No. A little bit of a dangerous pass and off target, too.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Jones with a nice gain there on first down as he takes his forward and call it a pickup of 6.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side. Nowadays, quarterbacks don't mind throwing into coverage because of the confidence they have in their receivers to come down with the ball. But sometimes you have to be careful you don't get too confident and throw an interception.
Going deep this time for Miller. Incomplete. Both players were there offensively and defensively, but it falls incomplete.
So many times we see teams go on the road and want to lean on their running game, but this crew just announced they're going to try and air it out and make hay downfield.
And look at this, it's a fake. But he will not come anywhere close to the first down marker, and that gives us a turnover on downs. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool this defense. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. Throwing again on second down. Rodgers. And this one complete right side to Funchess.
Brings up third down.
The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And Jones is not going to have the first down as they stop him short. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
These two teams all tied after one.
The score tied 7-7.
Would have been a decently long field goal, 51 yards from here, but instead they're going to go for it. They'll go with Jones. And he's not even going to come close to picking up the first. They stop him right at the line of scrimmage. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And the Buccaneers defense holds and they get the football back. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They'll start the drive with a carry by McCoy. And And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
25,
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure you're back. You spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
And he will finally be taken out of bounds.
Chris Godwin. It's a gain of 48 yards.
We know play callers can be very creative in this game today, but sometimes when they've got receivers with speed like this, they don't need to design incredibly complex calls. Sometimes it's just get the ball in his hands and let him do his thing. In a sense, less can become more, and it was right there.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run it with Jones. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On 2nd down at 4. Brady looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Unable to get it to Gronkowski that time. 3rd down here.
It's 3rd down and 4.
To throw is Brady. Green Bay up to the task there in coverage and forcing a 4th down.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
So on 4th down, on comes the Buccaneer kicker, Matt Gay.
A 24-yard attempt.
Nice. And the Bucs have taken the lead.
Tampa Bay.
It took a pretty big risk right there going for it on 4th down, but hey, not only did they get the 1st down, forget about that, they got in the end zone.
Yeah, because normally you're just thinking, can I get enough yardage to get it past the sticks and pick up a 1st down? Instead, they go for the end zone and get it done with no margin for error. Remember, 4th down, they went for it.
Here's Gay now to add the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it ends with